It was a huge weekend.
Yeah, it was really good. I don't think Lexi and Monica slept much last night. They were so
I
excited.
understand. I understand. I understand. That's really really big, and it was really big half marathon for you as well.
Yeah, that went well. I was really fortunate that I had people to run with,
Yeah.
and so there was this guy that just set a really perfect pace, and I just hung on to him, and he got me mostly through the probably the 10 miles of it. Hold on, let me turn my they started talking to each other, so I'll just turn on do not disturb and then it won't ding. The Yeah, so it was great. That run was probably 2 minutes quicker than I thought was possible. So that was a big move.
Yeah.
So I started pretty relaxed. They do in Norway. Do they do pacing? They have people with little
Yeah.
flags,
Yeah. They do.
and the 125 flag and the 130 flag at the start, they were gone. Like I was way behind them, and I was looking at my
Okay.
watch, and I was like, oh, uh, they seem to be going pretty quick. But then I pulled them back after a couple K. So I think they were just excited like everybody else.
Okay. So they could not pace in the beginning.
Well,
They
they
could
went
not
out a
pace
little
themselves in the
quick.
beginning. Yeah.
I think everybody does.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
but I was expecting to run 410 K pace. And so I went out pretty relaxed, and then I was like, well, this feels pretty easy. Maybe I'll speed up a bit and see what happens. And then I caught back up to them. So it was it worked out perfect for me because the half marathon that I did 2 years ago was a total disaster. I went out way too fast,
Yeah.
and this time it went a lot better.
Yeah. Yeah. It was much faster than 4:10 pace. It was under
Yeah,
four. Yeah.
yeah, it was, and that was that was good. It felt good. I wasn't expecting to pick up so much speed by coming down to sea level, but sometimes that happens for me. When I
Yeah.
come down from Boulder, I run significantly faster. I've had that experience before with Ironman races where I would come down and I would be able to run paces off the bike that felt very similar to what I could run fresh
Yeah.
in my long races. So it's just, I mean, it's nice when it happens, but I don't count on it.
No. 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 I understand. Yeah, it seems you're not at home, so your internet is not that stable. Your picture gets a bit
Well,
blurry.
but yeah, it'll be blurry. It might be a bit blurry for you, but it'll the recording will be good because it records
All right.
locally.
All right. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So
Okay.
when it comes up, so I had a question for you
Yeah.
on the Substack, which was
Yeah.
why not give people the option to pay you?
So that question I have had in the last few years actually. I have some friends who are making decent living out of writing. It's not on Substack, but I mean it doesn't matter as long as you're writing and then people are paying. I have a friend who makes about 20K per month in Uzbekistan
Uh huh.
by writing, and he published a couple of essays per week. But the thing is that I tried that approach once before, where I wanted to make medical students to read, and then when I published for free, the lectures did not attract any attention, any so attraction. So I started charging like $10 per month, and suddenly it was worth. But the thing is that what I was feeling is like it felt the pressure to produce something that will be liked by others, not something that I wanted to produce. So it was like a sort of audience capture that you write. And I pulled back after a couple of months, and then I released all the videos for free on YouTube. And that's the main reason. Another reason is that my audience is basically from Uzbekistan, and in Uzbekistan there are so many grifters, so many influencers that are sort of charging for almost nothing. The ChatGPT could be way better, like a source of information for, like, instead of those many influencers, if one has sort of skills to do some self-teaching. And it doesn't feel right in a way. But again, like, I don't feel ready for that. Maybe it's something like imposter syndrome. I have nothing to show. It's way easier for you to do, but
interesting thing on that. So this is many years ago now, maybe 10 or 15 years ago. I wanted to help people. And so I made all these training plans, and I made them available for like $10, and nobody bought my training plans. So then I took the exact same training plan, I made it available for $110. And people started buying the plan. And I was like, okay, I tried, and it was the same plan for more money. Anyhow, so that was the thing on your medical student. I had the same experience. People are like, well, if it's free, it must not be any good. But then there's the thing about audience capture is, it's always a risk, but it's a risk whether you're doing stuff for free or paying. And my thought is, I'm looking at where you're going to be 3 years from now. And I'm thinking to myself, there are people who want to hear about this progression, and they want to support the progression. And then as well, if in the other part of your life, it's like, well, maybe I'm going to do a bit less on the clinic, to have the option and to build the list. Now, I'm not saying you have to put paywall on anything, but with Substack, you can give people the option to be a supporter with the paid list. So you could leave everything free, and you could just have an option. And if you wanted to, you could even earmark that money for a good cause that you have, say. So it's kind of like, you're not paying me, you're supporting this cause that is really important to me. If you had it. Because I'm like thinking, wow, it'd be pretty straightforward to build, say, 25,000 euros a year worth of income off of Substack over the years as you build up and teach everybody. So if you had an extra 25,000 euro, it's like, well, is there, I don't know, an eye charity? Are there surgeries that you could do? I'm just sort of thinking outside the box, because if you keep producing, people are going to want to help you. And it's not just about you, it's about them. They kind of help themselves when they're helping you. And then they'll feel more comfortable asking you questions, some of them. And you don't mind answering the questions for free, but they're paying, and then the relationship's a bit more fair. So I just wanted to put that idea in your head. And I know you said that you felt that you didn't have any results, but these articles that seem very simple to you with the testing, and you lay out exactly what's going on, those are really helpful to people, and they'll appreciate it. Because they're trying to figure out the exact same thing that you're figuring out now. So they're going through the same process, and you're making it easier for them. So It's valuable.
Yeah. Yeah. So the idea is just to turn on the option, but not putting the paywall on articles. So like, if they want, they can pay. If they don't want, that's like everybody gets sort of like everything. But those who want to support, they can support.
Yeah. At this stage, that's
Yeah.
what I do. You know, my True Wealth. There's
Yeah.
no paywall on any of the True Wealth stuff, but I've got people that pay. It's less than the Endurance Essentials because the Endurance Essentials on the books, the chapters are paywalled. But the True Wealth, some people pay just because they want me to keep writing, so they want to encourage me. So it's yeah, I mean it's an option. I kind of have this general theory that if money wants to come to me, I should let money come to me. So there's no, like I don't want to hold it away because I think that's not a. So money might be trying to get to you,
Yeah.
and maybe it's good to let the money come.
Yeah. Yeah. You're saying no. Yeah. Yeah. You're just being stubborn. Yeah.
So
Yeah. Yeah.
and
Yeah.
and
I mean, it's a couple of clicks away just to turn it on.
yeah, and the other thing is on the whole imposter syndrome thing, you might be smarter than you think, and you might be more helpful than you think. So,
Yeah.
I,
Yeah. Not like
anybody that could, I just wanted to put it out there. So,
yeah.
it's I look, I know this topic really well, and I enjoy reading the posts.
Okay.
So if I'm enjoying it, somebody that doesn't know the topic well, they're probably going to enjoy it too. All right, so that was the thing. Okay, let's go through the week. So tell me about Wednesday and how it was feeling, the swim and the bike.
Wednesday was quite okay. I did a long ride, road to sky. Not so much. Not so much of struggle. I just kept it easy, and 2 hours. Yeah, and then did swim. So the swim part was 4 by 500. So the idea was to keep it the first one fast and then sort of try descend, but it didn't work out that way. So what was the results here?
Looked like it was tough to go faster.
Yeah, it was sort of like similar results all over the place a bit, but not so much of a big difference. So pace-wise, 153 first one, 154 the second set, and 157 the third set, and then 203 the last one.
Did you think were you getting tired? Did you start too fast? What do you think it was?
I think the first set I started a bit fast. That was the main reason. That was, I think so.
Okay. And then I saw, if we stay with the swimming, I saw you swam a really fast 100. Is that the fastest you've ever gone?
I think so, yeah. On Friday morning,
Later in the week.
I
Yeah.
just went down and it did not like I did not feel that I was pushing. It was like first thing in the morning I was fresh and then went down and there were like a couple of others, and then yeah, 138. That was the fastest. Yeah.
Okay. So
Like
that's good.
without like trying sprinting.
Yeah. Just
Yeah, and
strong
then I
swimming.
thought, okay, maybe like the first one, like like pushing too hard, and then I tried to sort of stay relaxed, but I averaged like 147 same day.
Uh-huh. Okay.
The idea was like to
Yeah.
do 16 by 100s, but like I had an interview. I had to interview one lady for the clinic at 8 o'clock, and then I had to sort of like rush to the clinic, so I had to shorten down the swim.
Okay. All right, and then a question on the tempo sets yesterday. how does that feel at the end of the segment? So at the end of the 10 minutes, how's that feeling?
The feeling wise, let's say what I put like 4 on RPE 1 to 10 scale. The
4
feeling
out of
was it
10.
was not something. Yeah, 4 out of 10, maybe 4.5. But it was not difficult. It was not difficult. So I had a feeling that I could do like 2 or 3 same sets again.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, maybe like at the end of the second set, like I had sort of like a feeling that I could go for 2 more sets.
Okay. Well,
But lactate was a bit interesting.
yeah. Ah, okay.
Uh, yeah, baseline lactate 1.1, and then at the end of the first 10 minutes 6.8,
Interesting.
and the second one is like 6.0.
So lactate's at 6, but the feeling is not very high.
No. Um, it's Saturday, and like if we look back on Friday, I had sort of a busy Friday. Waking up at 5 and then swimming, full day of work, rushing back home, and took train to Oslo. Had a meeting with a friend whom I told you who had some dark thoughts. I invited him for dinner. We had a really good sort of evening and really good talks and like plans and everything. So I came home quite late, like after midnight, and then probably I like went to bed like at 3 a.m. or something, and I had maybe 4 hours of sleep. But I mean, it doesn't say much to the lactate because the baseline was 1.1.
Yeah, the 1.1 came down. That's really interesting. That seems high, but okay. So for the key long workout next week, what I'd like to do is, because you're going to Spain, what I'd actually like to do is combine the two key bike workouts. So there's a Zwift ride that's called Tour of Fire and Ice, and basically it's the road to the sky
Yeah.
climb, but you have a longer warm up.
Okay.
So the longer warm up will let you get a good look at your baseline. And then the climb's going to take you about 2 hours. And the 5, 15, 10 that we've been doing, just do it the whole way up the climb.
From the beginning.
From the bottom of the climb,
Yeah.
you go 15 minutes steady, 10 minutes tempo, 5 minutes easy. And you go
All
the
right.
whole way up.
All right.
And then we're going to see what happens to your heart rate.
Okay.
Because if it is a 6 millimole effort, 5 minutes of easy is not going to be enough to come down. You're going to decouple after an hour. We'll see that. And if you decouple, you can go a little easier. And yeah, it looks like you're riding about 195 normalized on the tempo.
Yeah.
So that could be above second threshold. So that might be why you're seeing the 6. But let's just see what happens. If the feeling's good, it's not going to kill you. And even if you get a bit tired, you're going on vacation anyhow. So it'll be okay.
Yeah, absolutely. So the power is 190.
Yeah, keep the same targets because this is working. I compared like yesterday's workout. I compared the first segment and the second segment. They look pretty much the same. You're like locked in. The heart rate's not doing anything crazy. The feeling's all good. So what we're going to do is we're going to do that main set 4 times as you go up the climb, approximately, and we'll just see what happens. If you're tolerating this, I like it because you're getting endurance and you're getting a little bit of tempo. The feeling's not crazy, so we're kind of working the whole range on that. bike. Also, it'll need to be, for your cycling, we got to get the volume up. But I think we also, at the same time, we want to get the cadence up. We also want to get this tempo zone up because you need it when you're climbing. You can't just climb easy. You'd be going uphill kind of too slowly relative to your fitness. Because we could slow you way down, but then it's going to feel like you're only riding at a 2 out of 10. So it's kind of a compromise between what the lactate's saying, what the heart rate's saying, what the feeling's saying, as well as what your fatigue is saying. You're kind of tolerating the program. So that would be that's going to be the key bike workout. Right. The long with the tempo. The other one, let's do the cadence workout again. So the cadence workout, why don't you do 4 by 12 minutes?
Yeah.
And then 3 minutes.
1 minute rest, 2 minutes rest.
I do 3 minutes. Well, whatever you want, but if you do 3 minutes as you like, then that keeps it on a 15-minute cycle, which is kind of easier to count. But you can kind of do whatever you want. Okay.
I can put it on Monday as usual, and then a long ride on Saturday. And then this Wednesday, I've moved one clinic day from January, so that I'm working on Wednesday, but I can fit in like usual workout as any work days.
Okay.
Regarding the long ride on Saturday, any lactate testing?
Yeah, I think get yourself a baseline.
Yeah.
And then check after the first 2 tempos. And then after you've been going for an hour, check after the steady. So if you're getting these readings of 6, I want you to check after a steady, because 15 minutes of steady should bring the lactate down. Let's see what's happening there.
So 5 plus 15, about 20 minutes, about like
because that'll be 20 minutes.
Each. Yeah.
Because your heart rate is coming down, which would make me expect that the lactate is coming down as well when your heart rate is coming down. Because the heart rate's not staying elevated. When the power goes down, the heart rate goes down. So, but let's just check it out. Let's see what happens. Now, where are you on the swim game now?
Week 8.
Okay, so that's good. So you still got workouts. Yeah. And then looking forward to the vacation trip, what are you going to be able to do when you're in Spain?
At least the same program. I'm thinking at least. I'm optimistic about like doing 15 hours.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're going to have a bike? I thought you weren't going to have a bike.
No, I'm not gonna have a bike, but the training room, like a gym, has a stationary bike.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah. It's gonna be boring, but I mean, that's how it is.
Well, you could, if you've stationary bike, you can just do shorter rides. You just do 20 or 30-minute rides. You put the bike on maintenance if it's got the stationary bike, and then what you can do is you can increase your run frequency. If that's because running's going to be the easiest thing for you, and we know you tolerate it, so you just increase the frequency. So you do lots of half-hour runs, and then you get the volume. You get the volume that way. You put everything else kind of on shorter workouts and maintenance, and then it should be fine. And you're not working, and you're in Spain, so the energy goes up, so you might be able to do a bit more.
Yeah, and good food. And then, the thing is with the bike, I thought of taking it, but again, it's a big picture thing. taking the bike box with me, that
Yeah.
creates the picture for the kids
Yeah.
when you are traveling to vacation, and then you have the big box, and it's like now we are not the priority. So I don't
Yeah.
want that part. And it's possible
Yeah. You
to
don't need
rent a
it.
bike there.
Yeah. You know, I would say if it's a family vacation, then make it family vacation number one.
Yeah.
That's the way to go. And then the easiest thing to do is run frequency, because you can do that anytime, no equipment, super easy.
Yeah.
And then everything else is really kind of like maintenance. One thing I would like you to do, you know, make sure you get, ideally, you know, you get 2 swims and 1 strength session. So that'd be kind of like minimum frequency. But you can have, you can easily I mean, let's say the bike is, let's say there's no bike and you got to go a week with no bike. It's not that big a deal. If you keep running, you get a couple of swims and you lift some weights. That'll be fine.
Yeah.
All right.
There is a smaller pool at the hotel we're staying, and then I've checked that it's possible to drop in one of those sport pools. So
Oh,
it's not that far. So
okay.
should be
Well,
possible.
that's good. Another tip is print out a couple swim workouts and bring them with you. So then you have them for sure.
Yeah.
So you don't need to, like, if you get the opportunity, you can just do it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Then is your lactate kit portable?
Yeah.
Do you know if there's a track there? That's good. That's nice.
Yeah. That's what is that what you mean?
Yeah.
The
Do you know if
portable?
there's a
Like in
track? You know if there's a track where you're staying?
I should check it out. Should be.
So what I'm
Should be.
thinking is, seeing as everything in Norway is going to
Yeah.
be snowy and cold and icy,
Yeah.
after you've been in Spain for about 5 or 6 days, you're probably going to be
Yeah.
feeling pretty good. So it would be a good time to redo one of the running tests.
Okay.
So do you remember, what was it? Was it the 5, the 3, and the 2? You remember that one?
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
So and again, this is totally optional, but if you want, you can get up early one morning and you can redo the 5-3-2 test and see where you're at, because it'll be an easy way to check again. And you don't have to do lactate. I was just asking if you want to, but it would be interesting to see where the pace and heart rate are after, what are we, like, October? I mean, you know, we're kind of getting on. It will be in the 10 to 12 week range.
Yeah.
So it's a good time to have a look at the running.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's
And
possible
if you
to
happen,
do lactate.
well, if you do, then, you know, we could have a look.
It doesn't hurt.
But yeah,
So it should be on track, right? It's treadmill is not an option.
well, the problem with treadmill is we never really know the pace
Yeah, that's right.
unless
That's right.
unless you have a run sensor.
Yeah. Yeah.
Even the foot pod sensors, I was doing a little research on how accurate they are. I mean, they're okay, but they're not great.
No.
So when you're on the track, I mean, you know the
Yeah.
pace. But
Yeah.
and again, the pace right now doesn't, you know, it doesn't really matter. Does the GPS have to be like totally accurate? Probably not. But it is encouraging, like, for you, you're kind of like thinking, well, am I getting better? Or am I the same? We kind of need accurate pace to answer that question for you.
Yeah.
But yeah. So, like, I tested. Did you see my article? I did a little. I wrote something about like testing on a track, and my GPS was wrong on the track, which was surprising.
Yeah.
So my GPS, I wear it on my left hand, and I'm like wondering if it was like inside the track somehow or something. Do you know what I mean? Like, because when I'm running
Yeah.
around, but it said I was running 5 seconds a K faster than I really was on the track, which is a big difference.
Yeah.
So I'm glad I was on a track. Maybe it works better in a
Yeah.
straight line. It seems to work better in a straight line than going around in circles.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. No,
all right.
I haven't read any articles on the endurance essentials because I ordered the book and it's in Sweden now because Amazon doesn't deliver to Norway. Sweden has it, not Norway. So I will have it on. I mean, it will be next Sunday.
Okay.
I'm looking forward to it.
Okay. So any questions on the training for the next 2 weeks?
For the next week before Spain, I'll just copy and then do the only change is the long ride on Saturday, and the rest is the same. Keeping the swim game, and then strength game same, and then running like 1 hour running, like a normal weekly volume. I'm just doing like zone 1, zone 2 with some walks and some strides.
Yeah.
Today I did 1.5 hours because I did not do it yesterday. So I moved from yesterday to today, and it was like 2 hours of running, and then I did today 1.5 hours of running and half an hour of ride on a bike. I'm just combining it, and then I'll just copy same volume. And then for Spain, the only change is running test, and then bike is optional, and run frequency, increase run frequency.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then get at least 12 hours. I'm thinking of, but I'm optimistic of getting 15 hours per week.
Yep.
We'll see how it goes.
That's all good.
You never know. Yeah, that's it. Like the feeling is good, and I bounced back quite well after the flu. Feeling great. It didn't leave any problems.
Well, that's good. Did you have a fever?
I didn't measure, but I think I had a severe mild fever. I usually don't take paracetamol, but I had to. Yeah, I think I had, but it was like 100% viral infection.
Okay. Because the heart rate to power all looked normal. So if it sometimes, I mean, if it was a little more serious, you see a disconnect. Because when you start training normal again, the heart rate will go up because of the stress.
Yeah. Like one thing, it was like I think it was before the disease. The watch showed 202 heart rate, while RPE was maybe 4 out of 10.
Yeah.
And it was the
but
same day. The
were you
the
using
same day.
optical though?
No, it was a wrist based.
Yeah, the optical. Yeah, the wrist heart rate.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. No,
I've
and I was like,
I've had
oh,
it.
like,
Yeah, I've had it show 180 on me. So,
yeah, okay,
which is
and then
impossible.
I'm I'm in a beta software test for the Garmin. So they update on the software that day. I think on the same day. And I thought like the same day as I came home and then read an article about like AFib. I was like, that's crazy. But it was not AFib at
Yeah.
all. No, it's not. Like clinically, it's like no problem. It's impossible.
Hmm.
It was an easy
Okay.
run. Yeah.
All right. So some of the Telegram questions. So actually, creatine is a really interesting thing. Everybody always wants to know about creatine. In my
Are
life,
you are
I've
you on
gone
Telegram
on
as
it.
well?
I well, I use it, but I come on. I come off all my supplements for at least a month every year, just to see if anything changes. I
No,
have
no. I mean,
never.
are you reading my post on Telegram as well?
Oh, no, no, you put it in the document.
Okay, okay,
It,
okay.
it's in the Beck document. So on the
Yeah, okay.
creatine, I never notice any change when I take it or I don't take it. So I've never and people talk about water retention and gaining weight and all this. Never had any of that. So no side effect, no benefit, no nothing. Okay, but I take it when I take my other stuff because maybe it does, maybe it helps a little, but I don't see anything. On the other supplements, I mean, there's like B vitamins, D vitamin, iron. So if you're low on those, and it's easy to check with a blood test, then yeah, you want to move back into the normal range. Many athletes, and almost every female athlete that I've seen the blood work on is low for iron ferritin. And so they need to adjust the diet, change the nutrition, and consider supplementation in that case to see what it's going to take to move it up. Because it will, well, it's not, it might help. I don't know if it will help because I've seen some very fast athletes with, low iron levels, and, you move the iron up and they're still fast. So I don't know. Now, if the energy was low, maybe there's some sort of benefit. But I don't think there's much performance benefit in supplements. And the supplement companies all have such a big incentive to
Yeah.
do these studies. And the studies, I wrote about it. The studies aren't good.
No,
I mean,
no.
it's like, it's 20 college kids for, a short period of
3 days.
time.
Yeah.
It's just the
I look,
science isn't that strong.
75% of, yeah, 75% of the articles cannot be reproduced. That's
Yeah, so we don't. So the science is good if you have a deficiency.
yeah,
So if you're deficient and we put you back in the normal range, okay, you're going to get a positive outcome. But if you're already normal on your blood work, I don't think the science is very good. I haven't seen
yeah.
anything compelling for any of the supplements. And the
No,
people that push the supplements are usually people sponsored by it. So I
incentive wise. The thing is that like the level we are talking now is like the whole idea here is okay, if you are low in iron, low in vitamin D, right? So we are assuming that someone has to do the blood work and then check if you are deficient or not. So what happens now is like they are pushing it so much that everybody should get it. Everybody should have creatine. Everybody should have vitamin D. And then I was telling like people like you have not seen like a severe like high levels of vitamin D, like hypervitaminosis. That's crazy. That is
yes.
horrible. So you should be very careful. So my position is that you should check for the vitamins, for all the electrolytes, magnesium, natrium, and everything, and then ferritin. If you are deficient, then push it. If you are not, don't do anything.
And
It
I
is
think
like
it's important
way
for you
cheaper
to
to do.
educate.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. It's way cheaper to do like 2 times of blood work per year than taking all the supplements. And then people tend to forget that it's ultra processed like a food, for example, creatine. We don't know what's inside. today I wrote the post on protein. It is crazy, and then I'm getting so much pushback, which is totally okay. Like my take is that protein is good. People should take protein, and 99% of people like who are training like amateurs, they can get enough protein with food, normal eating. They don't need any supplements. And the thing is that the proteins in Uzbekistan, China, India, they have anabolic steroids inside. Like you cannot guarantee that they don't have. And then I put some links. And then in India, for example, the kids had to have hip replacement because of illegal adulteration of proteins, and because the joints are gone. And some sort of like as you write, like we are sort of like we are in life creation, like a lifestyle creation, like a lifestyle changing role, and then trying to write on the protein. It's we'll see how it goes, but I'm getting a lot of pushback on that, saying that it's good and all these things. And last week I had a patient who's 65 years old and got I think like 5 or 6 or 7 gold medals in international bodybuilding competition, and then recently he became a European champion, like a gold medal. And I asked him, like, what do you think? Do I need protein? He was like, are you preparing for any competition? No. Are you trying to build like big muscle? No. Then you don't need it.
Yeah.
He's a pro bodybuilder, and I was like, okay, that's enough.
Yeah. I think the making sure people understand the risks with the D vitamins and the iron is important. I think young people don't understand what it's like when it goes wrong. They think it's just like vitamin C, and it's not.
Yeah.
Like if you take too much. So I think that's a good thing you can do for people, is the education. Okay. And then for habit creation, the best thing I know about habit creation is just get into a habit of doing something every morning. I would say that if somebody is like, well, what do you recommend? I'd be like, well, first off, if they have kids, try and go to sleep when the kids do. Try and go to sleep early. And then just that was totally life-changing for me. The two things that really changed it for me was something every morning and go to sleep earlier, ideally when the kids do. I know that's not possible for you because you don't sleep that much. But for me, if I go to sleep when the kids do, I'm going to wake up way before them. I'm going to have all this time in the morning, and then you'll just naturally fill the time with something useful. And it doesn't have to be a big workout. It's just one positive step every morning. And if somebody's trying to change, the positive step doesn't have to be exercise. It might be something else. It might be like, I don't know, read a chapter or study something or whatever it is. You just get in this habit of starting every day with one positive thing. And positive means something that moves me forward for my goal, whatever you're trying to do. And that becomes the habit, and then everything builds off of that. I think that is because this idea of making a streak and just kind of just trying to do something every morning is great. It was transformational to me.
Keep it green. It's a keep it green, the gamification. Yeah.
I think the green in the calendar. Yeah. I mean,
yeah. That's what I mean.
Whatever game you're playing, you want it green. You should actually take a picture of the green week and show people. And and even if you make another week that has some red in it, and just have somebody look at it and just compare visually. It's not even their week. When you look at a week with a bunch of red in it and a week that's got a whole bunch of green in it, the green just seems so much calmer. Seems like, everything's working. It's green weeks are so good.
Yeah, yeah. The other day I was like, well, my kid now, the youngest one is 3.5, so he is sort of like a bit got from the stage of being attached to his mom all the time. Now he's sleeping with
Yeah,
me. And what happens is
yeah.
like at 9 or like 8:30 or something, he wants me to read some books, and I fall asleep with him. And the other day, I woke up at like 11:30, and I know that I did not do 10 minutes of stretching. If I don't do it, then it will be like 10 minutes of red. I was like, no, it should not happen. So I went down, did stretching, and then sleep is gone, of course, because of light and everything. So I had to sit there and then do something else for about 2 hours and went to bed. I know it's stupid because like 2 hours of sleep is way much better than 10 minutes of stretching. But
Yes, that's true.
you know that the psychology, like you don't want to fail yourself.
Yeah, I used to fall asleep with them too. I used to
Yeah.
fall asleep in their bed, so tired. The other thing is because we had three really young ones for a while, every room in the house had a mattress in it. So if somebody got sick or something, I could just go sleep in the room on the mattress and I could actually sleep instead of lying on the floor and like getting woken up all the time. That was another one.
Yeah, it
We had
didn't work.
these, we had,
It doesn't work for me here because like for my daughter, like uh, when she's falling asleep, I mean she needs to feel the touch. So I need to touch, like I need to keep my hand on her. So I was like, oh man, like you are 8 now, you have to grow up. But I mean, that's how it is.
I had one of those sleeping on the floor beside my son's crib with my hand through the crib because he wanted that too. And then I was like, "This is crazy. I gotta get a mattress in here."
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Well,
Hey, yeah, it's temporary.
yeah, yeah.
They'll grow up.
The book that you were talking about.
Oh, there it is. Magic Thinking Big.
Yeah, I had that
Yeah.
one. Yeah, I got it from the uh, when Mr. Money Mustache recommended.
Oh, he's got that?
Yeah,
That
many
sounds a
years
bit
ago.
like him. Yeah.
Yeah, but no, like he sort of it was a big a big changing moment for him when he read the book, like in as in early days. I don't know, in his 20s or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Okay.
yeah, things are going pretty good. So like I'm quite happy. It's a happy with the lifestyle at the moment. So even though I'm not like, I would be totally happy to keep like this sort of lifestyle, this volume of training, even if I did not have any type of racing at all in the future.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah,
you, you- I mean, this is. I mean, basically, what we're doing is it's a health program with some structure and trying to move forward.
yeah,
So yeah, I mean, this is kind of the baseline. Yeah. I mean, Norway in the winter is a good baseline. I mean, whatever you can handle.
yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
that's
Should be all right. So a new week,
so.
new
Next
green week.
Sunday, you're going to be traveling.
Yeah.
So when do we do the next call?
It's up to you. It's
Well,
yeah, you
do we
decide. I follow.
do we do it in Spain or do we do it when you're back?
Yeah, we can do it in Spain. I'll have opportunity.
Because I won't be able to do it. Let me just check when I'm coming. I think I'm traveling on the. Well, let me check what time. Hold on, let me get my phone. Let's see. All right, let's have a look.
I'm sore legs from the marathon.
Oh yeah, Yeah, seriously. But the good news is it's all muscle soreness. So there's no connective tissue soreness,
But
which
it's
is,
crazy. Like 3 weeks ago, you were suffering from the plantar fasciitis, and then you were running
yeah.
at that pace. That is like, yeah, next level crazy.
Yeah.
I know people who
Well,
have plantar fasciitis for years. They
well, that's
cannot
because they
run
don't
one
fix
day.
it. And
Yeah,
they don't fix it early. So that
yeah,
that's you got to keep the small things small. So as soon as I felt it starting, that was November 1st, I went to see Heather, my PT, and I said, I just want you to put an entry in she's got a little book, well, my patient notes. November 1st, I felt something in my foot, and then it went away. And it wasn't until, I don't know, maybe it's like 10 days later it comes back. And I'm like, remember back in November 1st. So then I have the day so I can actually go look at my training calendar, what I was doing, all the volume, what might have caused it. And then it's still really small and it's kind of going away overnight. And then and then as soon as I realized what it might be, boom, start the rehab right away on everything. I think a lot of people would have waited until it was really bad, but by then the whole foot's inflamed and everything's all screwed up. I think the early action's the way to go. But to be honest, I was surprised with how fast it went away. I think there's something, Olaf Alexander says that when the body's used to doing a lot of exercise, so the total output, like after my Ironman year, I had this block that was a really big block of output. And then I take the volume down and I take the stress down, but my body's used to doing a lot of work. Well, then it changes all that energy to healing, immune system, like I haven't been sick, all these other things. And so you get a benefit from
yeah.
raising your capacity when you go back to training more like a normal person. And maybe, I don't know. It's a nice story anyhow.
Yeah, but the body is used. No, the body is used to have so high stress, and then a body can handle stress because disease is stress. I have one guy in the triathlon group. So he had some sort of like inflammation in the nerve, the balance nerve,
Uh-huh.
and so he went to doctor, and it was like really crazy. He could not ride a bike, and I think it took him a couple of weeks or something. And then his doctor was like really surprised, and I told him like your body is used to handle so high stress, and then handles the disease quite well because it's a stress as well.
Mm. So is Spain the same time zone as Norway?
I think so, yeah.
Okay. So to do the call, I need to do the call on Saturday instead of
All right,
Sunday.
no problem,
So
no problem. Because like it's like every day is the same for me there, no work and
well,
anything.
so I'm gonna put it in. I'm gonna put it on Saturday the 29th. But if you gotta move it,
Yeah,
then just let me know and we can
right.
move it. Okay.
Yeah.
Actually, Saturday the 27th.
27th. Okay, yeah. Sounds good.
And then we'll do. Okay. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Because that'll be a good time for me down in. I'll be in Mexico. You'll be in Spain. We'll both be someplace warm.
Nice. That'll be good. It'll be good. All right. Sounds good. I will fix the training plan for the next week and then the week after. And then it will be
Okay.
fun.